Citizens, it's that time. You are officially in the Alert Zone. Welcome to the Alert Zone TV. I'm the Wizard Uncle James. I would love for you to become an active subscriber, a citizen of the Alert Zone, and you already know how to do that. So, I wanted to take time out to do this video because I think it's essential. Shout out to Classic Firearms because I saw something on their channel yesterday where they had a battle between Canik and Set. And on their channel, they said, you know, they rather the Set products, just like in a head-to-head for different models, and you know, hit in the comment section. For me, I'm gonna roll with the Canik. I do own a SIG, the P226 chambered in 357 SIG. For those of you who new to firearms, you know, I've always heard about the P226. You know, mainly the 9mm. It is a legendary firearm. But I'm going to tell you guys why I love Canik so much. So, got the Canik TP9 SA, chambered in 9mm. I'm not going to do that safe control environment stuff because I'm out here in the public hunting. So, it's the one with the, you guys can see that, the decocker on the top. It's one of the first Caniks to really get popular in America. And it was the decocker that a lot of people didn't like because they said once they cocked it, if they put it on them, you know, that, well, what if you hit the decocker and it decocks the round out there and then when you need it, you can't get busy. You guys know this is my winter EDC. Nevertheless, Canik listened to their customers and they came out with just the TP9. They came out with the SF, which is the Special Forces, and you had the DA that didn't have the decocker on the top. I got this gun brand new, $400, 2 mags, 2 18-round mags. It came with the holster, you know, you guys can see. A good polymer holster with the strap on there and everything. Then I got the TP9 SFX. This was the first generation of the SFX. Of course, it's chambered in 9. It's clear. And what made me get this firearm was this firearm has such a high review on it because out of the box, this gun was maybe $550 out of the box. This gun was beating $2,000 custom-made guns, custom triggers in shooting competitions. Just custom stock out of the box. You guys seen I cocked it? You guys have seen this before. Push the reset. It's a stock trigger in here. What I really like about this firearm, one of the things I really, really love about this firearm is because it's optic ready, it came with the plates for several different optics. And so when you buy the optic, all you have to do is mount it. It tells you what it's compatible with, but you can mount 7 different styles. I do have the Crimson Trace CTS 1500 on here. You got the extended slide release and what have you. It's a 5-inch, you know, what have you. And it got the fiber optic sight. And I'll show you guys one more thing and then I'm going to tell you what the basis of this video really is about for me. So I got y'all know the newest I got. The Canik TP9 Elite Combat Executive Edition. This is Salient Arms barrel. You guys see the gold on there. You got the 14 plus 3. So, 15 plus 3, I'm sorry. So it's the 18 rounds. It comes with 2 mags. It comes with its own holster that you can make inner or outer. It comes outer, but you can turn it around and make it where you put it in the inner. It does have an optic cut. You don't co-witness with this, which is fine, but it's optic cut. And the Vortex Viper is what I'm going to put on here once I put the optic on it. This one, the SFX, was the only Canik that I've fired so far that I ever had an issue. If you guys know, I did the promo for Gun Freak Volume 3. Shout out to the president of Gun Freak Nation and all the members. That was the very first time I fired this gun. And because I got the first batch, everybody said within the first 100 rounds, you was going to have an extractor issue. I fired the gun once. I fired it twice. A round got jammed in. The empty shell got caught. I pulled it out. I've never had a jam with this firearm since. But everybody I knew said that in the first 100 rounds, they had that mishap once. What I really love about Canik is people like to call it budget or what you get for the money. Canik give you what you're supposed to be getting for your money. Not, it's good for the money. I think all firearm companies should have an option of having a holster from the factory, having the proper brushes from the factory. All these Caniks come with different back straps. They come with everything you're going to go and buy aftermarket. You can get it from Canik. And that is something that I really, really, really love about Canik. People talk about what you get for the money. For the money we spend on firearms, we should get this stuff. A lot of firearms you buy, then you got to go find a holster for it. They give you all that stuff up front. And it's quality stuff. It's not that cheap shit that breaks in 5 minutes. Another thing about their optics that I like is they give you the plate. So when you mount the optics, you already have the plate. Most optics that you buy don't come with a plate. There's guns out here that's optic ready, but you got to go buy the plate. You're going to spend $100, sometimes $200 on a plate for a gun. For the optic, plus the optic. So they just saving you the headache of having to buy all this stuff separate. And they're giving it to you all at once. You guys see that extended mag release? I don't know how good you guys can see that out here. You got the extended mag release and the fiber optic sight. I mean, you just can't beat Canik. And it's the reliability that's number one for me. Now, I know everybody has their company. You got Glock, Sig, Taurus, Smith, whatever you like. For me, out of all the firearms companies that I have, I 100% stand behind Canik. Anything Canik make, I can pretty much, all my life, guarantee it's going to work for you every time. Just stock right out of the box. Now, when it comes to extended mags, I do have a couple P-mag you guys saw, and I haven't had no issues with that mag or the gun. So I'm assuming that the gun just runs so good that the mag doesn't give me an issue. But nevertheless, if you've never fired a Canik, you don't know what you're missing. If you live in a state where you're allowed to buy these, because I understand some states have a capacity limit. So if there's a capacity limit, you may not be able to buy a Canik. But if you can buy one, even down to the most basic, simple Canik, the one thing it's good for is reliability. That's the number one thing you buy firearms for. And for all the other stuff, you got to go run around and get Canik, save you the headache of running around for that. So, I got 3 Caniks as of right now. As you guys can see, they all have factory holsters. And as I say, you can't beat it. Everything you need, one-stop shop. You ain't got to run around. Like I said, the only thing you got to do is buy your optic if you got an optic ready. You guys know about the Rival and all that. Out of the box, they beating $3,000 guns out of the box. You can't ask for nothing better than that. Quality. We so used to having to spend top dollar for quality that we get something that the average working person can afford and we think it's budget. I don't consider Canik to be budget. I consider Canik to be realistic with customers. That's why Canik sell so much, and that's why they so revered. Not only the dependability, but you ain't got to break the bank to buy something that's dependable. So keep me in the comment section, let me know what you think. Until next time, stay safe, stay on high alert.